Hello, my name is Medina. I'm the creator of KO Method, which is a holistic approach to fitness and self-defense training. I'm also the owner of Seabreeze Fitness in Costa Mesa, California, which is the gym where we're at right now recording this. Okay, and today we're going to go ahead and cover the importance of strengthening your neck. Alright, basically what I know so far, I know 5 different methods. 3 are conventional, which one of them is this contraption here. Alright, you strap it over your head, like so. You add a weight, however much you want. I don't recommend you go too heavy on it, at least not for starting. And then you can go up and down. Alright, that's what it looks like from the side. Up and down, sideways. Alright, you can also flip it towards the back. And then you can lean back, like so. And then work out the front part of the muscles. And once again, twist again. Now we work out the sides. Alright, that's one conventional method that some of you might be familiar with. Alright, the second one, the most familiar one would be, bridging. Like in wrestling, you bridge back and forth, forward, every which way you can to strengthen the neck muscles. Also, the other one that's conventional, somewhat conventional, some of you might be familiar with, it's also, there's a machine that you, basically you sit down on it, and you put your head right here on this pad, and you put weights on it, you can hold on like this, and you can push, and then you can turn around the other way, and obviously you can push it to the opposite side. That way you work out the sides. You can also work on it going forward. You can go in it going backwards, so it works out the front and the back of the muscles as well, the neck muscles. So those are the 3 conventional neck strengthening workouts that some of you might be familiar with. There's 2 more that are basically my methods. One I didn't create, the second one I did. Alright, so the first one is the unconventional neck strengthening exercises, the Russian rolls. This was taught to me by a really good friend of mine, also my personal trainer for boxing, and my mentor, stuff like that. He's a former Marine. He's a Golden Gloves champion. He's the one that taught me the Russian rolls. That works out big time the back of your neck muscles and also your front neck muscles. But overall, your neck muscle works them out, but big time the back one. So that's a good shock absorber. In case you get punched, you can absorb it, and then it absorbs the shock, so it minimizes the risk of you losing your equilibrium or getting knocked out. Alright, the last one is my own method, and that's what I'm gonna be covering today. I'm gonna teach you that, which is you're gonna be using a bag. The one that's the conventional that's going up and down, or the sideways one. I'll show you the importance of this in a different video, why I like putting a bag sideways. Alright, so the main importance about the neck, strengthening your neck muscles, number 1 is to protect your neck. The stronger your neck is, the more protection you have on your actual neck. So that'll minimize the risk of injury. Alright, that's one. Alright, that's basically the main one. But for us fighters, MMA fighters or boxers or street fighters, whatever you want to call it, alright, the main thing why you want to strengthen your neck is to minimize the risk of getting knocked out. Alright, your neck muscles are your shock absorbers for impact. Alright, whenever you get a strike in the head with whatever reason, strike, or not even if you get struck, maybe you might for some reason lose your balance and then stomp a little bit too much to pivot, and then that can cause you to lose your equilibrium a little bit. Alright, but if you have strong neck, the chances of that happening is very minimal. Alright, and the more you familiarize yourself with these situations, obviously the less shock you'll take and the less you'll lose your equilibrium. Alright, so that'll basically minimize the risk of getting knocked out. Alright, that's the main reason to strengthen your neck, aside from protecting it, your actual neck, your spine, Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my method when it comes to working out my neck. This method also gets you familiar with the ebb and flow resistance that you'll get from an opponent. Alright, meaning like, say for instance when you're inside fighting, right? Sometimes you might have to go inward and then come back again to create space, right? So when you go in, when you push in with your head, with your guard, whatever, with the arm, whatever it might be, shoulder, all right, you're going to get a resistance back. It's going to naturally happen whether you train to not do it or meaning you actually train to not give back too much resistance, like judo practitioners or other martial arts as well that they practice, not to give too much not to commit too much, I guess you can say, because when you commit too much, they can use that to your advantage, especially if you know the art of Aikido. Oh man, Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu, all right, the Japanese styles, you can use that big time to your advantage, if they overcommit on you, all right, when they give you too much resistance, when they push too much, all right. Anyhow, so it'll teach you how to read the ebb and flow of that resistance that's coming towards you so that you can use it to your advantage, all right. Judo practitioners, they push. Once you push back, that's when they hip throw you, all right, or whatever the case may be. They do all kinds of different throws. Aikido, same thing. They don't push against you, but you know, they misdirect you, and then once you're coming with their flow, that's when they step over and then do all kinds of other moves to finish off their moves. All right, so we're gonna use it for MMA, you know, actual mixed martial arts type of training or competing or whatever the case may be, or mainly for boxing, all right? So what we're going to do is to practice, for one, we're going to be conditioning our neck muscles, and two, we're going to be knowing how to use that resistance to our advantage, all right? So that's why I like putting this bag sideways like this, all right? See how it goes back and forth like this? You can use that to your advantage to push against it, and then the way it's set up, it spins easily. Alright, so if you don't control this, it's going to get out of control, and it's going to be harder for you to control your own punches against this. Alright, so another thing is, check this out. It goes up and down as well. Alright, this makes it, gives you that unpredictability, I guess you can say, that little, what is that word I'm looking for? That factor of being unpredictable, just like an opponent. All right, the normal bag, that's very predictable. We are so used to that. All right, it just goes back and forth, you know, forward and backwards, and that's it. It really doesn't go up and down much like this one does. Not only does it go up and down fully, all right, but it also goes down, up and down this way, and it spins. All right, you can spin it a few times. All right, and you can use this to your advantage. All right, to duck, all right, weave and walk, all right. So that's why I like setting it up sideways like this. Not only that, but check this out. I don't know if you can see, there's 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. This would consider either the head or the chest, and then this would consider the head as well. Because think about it. If you're inside fighting for one, when you move to the right, that's how far it goes, as far as the bag. You move to the left, that's how far it goes. So see, it's mimicking basically a body targets. Alright, so I can only move this much or this much, which is the same thing as this bag. So that way you can practice going all angles. Alright, so that's why I like setting it up sideways. Anyhow, today I'm going to show you how to use this to your advantage, alright? If you don't have a bag set up like this and you have to go to the gym and they still don't have a bag like this, or they don't have an uppercut bag, the uppercut bag is that big, heavy ball. Alright, it's literally a heavy ball that's hanging that you can use that for uppercuts, or you can use it on a normal bag as well. But obviously it's not your bag, so it might be full of germs, whatever the case may be, so maybe you might not feel comfortable using your own forehead, alright, on it. And that's what we're going to be doing. Just tapping it like so, alright? If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just wear a beanie, alright? Some kind of headgear over your head, alright? And then you can do it. Plus, you might get a little bit of scratch here and there. Some of you might not worry about